This isn't just an old mobile home that's been forgotten. It's a second chance for this home and for Betty. We've been rebuilding our own place for almost a year now, but when we learned about this one and the person who needed it most, we hit pause on everything to help. This is where her first home and a brand new journey begin. Welcome to the Abandoned Mobile Home Rescue. As I take you on a tour of this home so you can see what we started with, let's go over some of the details. This is a 1977 Fleetwood 14 by 52 foot, 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom home. A couple weeks back, the landlord of the park reached out to me, wanting to know if I had any interest in this home or doing anything with it. It's been sitting here abandoned for around 4 years. I'm not sure why it was abandoned or what the involvement was, but it's been here, and the owner said it would cost upwards of $10,000 for him to dispose of it. I did some looking into some stuff and figured it would probably cost $6,000 to $8,000 and a lot of sweat equity to turn this home into a beautiful, livable home again. But I didn't know what we'd do with a home like this. So I reached out to family and asked if anybody knew of anyone who needed a home. Well, it just so happened at that exact same time, Betty was in need, and this home needed an owner. So we spent the next week to week and a half working with getting Betty approved for the park, working with the owner of the park who had to deal with the abandoned home, working with the county tax assessor, getting permits, getting everything lined up, penciling stuff in, and getting everything set into play so that this home could be in Betty's name. Because Betty's never owned a home before, so this is going to be her first home. All she's done is rent for the past 20 plus years, and it's her dream to have something that's her own. So with some hard work, doing our due diligence, saying some prayers, and getting everything figured out, we got it all lined up to where we finally got the green light. It is now time to roll up our sleeves and let this work begin. So the way we see it, we've received a calling that's going to pull us away from our home for a while. And the type of people we are, we're willing to hit pause on our personal remodel and renovation to give Betty her first home. So we're going to be pausing our story for a while and inviting you to join us on this journey as we help Betty fulfill her dreams. So before we get started into the house too much, let's let the people get to know you a little. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what's life been like lately?
Oh, okay. Hi, I'm Betty. I am Lyman's sister, little Lyman's sister. Yes, I grew up with him. That was an interesting story. We'll get into that later. I'm born and raised Hermiston, Oregon. I lived there most of my life. A couple years I spent in Eugene, Oregon. And for the last 18 years, I've been employed as management in a sporting goods store. I have a set of almost 17-year-old twin daughters. Most of that time I was a single mom. For a while I was in a partnership. But that's had its, a lot of struggles come with being a single parent, especially when I was trying to live in the big city of Eugene. And I'm just really excited at the opportunity that I was granted to take on a project like this. I've never owned a home. It's a big deal for me.
Okay, with that said, how did you first hear about this abandoned home?
Oh, my brother called me. He just I guess he had somebody was willing to pass it along to anybody who was willing to work on it. And my brother was thinking about people who might be interested, And he thought of me, and when he offered it to me, it was almost like a sign from somewhere above that it was something that I'd been praying on, and I could not pass that up. I could not ignore that, and so came, checked out the wreckage, and I saw the possibilities that came with it, especially after knowing what Lyman was able to do with some of his other projects. And it was like I could see in the long run the end picture. And I really want to learn these trades. I've not been, I'm a gardener. I was a housewife, and I'm a mom. But I really wanted to be able to learn how to do some of the stuff, not only from my brother, but from my father, because these are things I will keep with me until my last days. And I'll be able to maybe take what I learned here and move it into my future, into a bigger home, or teach my children and their family members some of these trades. And I'm just really excited to learn.
What was your first thought when you saw this home for the first time?
It wasn't as bad as I thought it could be, but it was definitely going to take work. And at this point in my life, I'm willing to put in the work. I'm not looking to have anything handed over, and the idea of being able to earn it feels very gratifying and accomplishing. And that's something that, in my life, I could really use a lot of goals that are positive. I made a lot of bad choices in my life, and so this is going to be one that's going to be a good choice that helps, that I can see benefiting me throughout several years, and that's worth a lot to me. That means a lot to me. So.
What are your visions for this home?
My visions?
Yes. Would you like to walk through rooms and look at some of the visions or discuss them or anything along those lines? What are your visions for this home?
Well, I envision a nice light entry area, so the living room, kitchen. I'm not really excited about white. White is something that every time I've ever rented a house seems to be the most of the options we had, and we weren't really allowed to paint. We weren't really allowed to be creative. I have looked into what I've called coastal cottage decor, and my brother is laughing at me right now.
It's coastal cottage.
But it's, a lot of light blues, light greens with some light wood tones in it. I got really excited when I looked at wainscoting on Pinterest. I think that it looked really beautiful. Tearing out a small partition wall to make it open up a little bit. Bedrooms I haven't really gotten too far into. They're kind of like a later thought process for myself, a little more personalized. I still, even though my daughters are almost 17, I still want them to have an option in the room that they would be staying in, and to have a say in kind of what ideas they want, but still I want to keep things light. It helps make things feel larger and bigger. But yeah, just comfortable, homey, and mine.
Okay, how about in here? In there. Go ahead, go in there.
Okay. Oh, I go in there.
Because a lot of people say the kitchen is the heart of the home.
Yes.
What is your plans for this kitchen as it is right now?
Okay, so I haven't really decided on what my favorite plan or idea is for cupboards, but I know that the two pantries is a little awkward. We've had ideas about tearing at least the big one out, if not both of them, to create more counter space. I do love to cook. I love to bake. And I'd love to be able to have little get-togethers where I'm helping helping feed some people, give back to the people in my life. So that's the main big change. We have a window that was reduced in the living room to a smaller one, and we want to make that window big. We've already picked something up off of the Facebook Marketplace, and the one that's smaller now, I believe, what I heard would be a great idea would be to take that and expand the window here. I really like growing some indoor plants, and it would be great to have a little spot to either hang or place some indoor plants in this front window that get great afternoon light. And yeah, I don't know much else yet about it. I do want to keep all the floors hard, whether it's, haven't decided on what type of flooring, but I do not want carpet. I want to be able to keep it nice and clean. I will have a small pet Chihuahua mix, and that way it'll be easy to clean up anything, and her hair wouldn't be stuck in carpeting. But yeah, so for now I'm still kind of unsure about the cabinets. Definitely don't want dark like they are right now.
So at least some paint, maybe
Yes,
maybe
at
new
least
doors.
some paint. They feel a little thick and heavy, but again, that's something that was a little later down the road after we get more of the bones taken care of.
Okay. So 2 other things. Do you want to introduce anybody inspirational in your life?
Inspirational? Well, my brother. Hey, Lyman, let me introduce you to everybody.
They know me.
Okay. My mom. My mom
Okay.
has been a huge
I'll have
influence.
I'll have them come in.
Okay.
Would you like to introduce the most inspirational and helpful people that'll be helping you along the way of this journey?
I'm pretty sure they don't need too much introduction. There is my father, Lyman Branson Sr., one of the most hardworking people I've known in my life. Willing to do anything for anybody when they ask. It's the type of man that I want in my life as long as I can. I've learned a lot from him, and I want to be able to pass that grace along to other people in my life. And then there's my mom, strong, hardworking woman, Leanna Branson. She has got style, she has got class, and I've learned a lot from her, watching her through the years. We grew up in a trailer, and I watched her turn that trailer into the cutest little designs through the years. She's got a brilliant eye for decor, and she is going to teach me a lot too. And she's so excited for the things that are happening for me too right now, and I'm taking as much advice as I can because I'm clueless. I've never been able to do this before, and so between these two and what they're able to teach me, I feel like that this is finally possible in my life, and that's something that I couldn't have said 5 years ago. So oh, I already tried. Lyman Branson, little Lyman, my big brother. I am so impressed and proud at what I've seen him do with his I Can Fix That channel. And when I got to actually see some of the stuff he's been doing when I'm not around, I can see the possibilities unfold. He's been in maintenance ever since I was a teenage girl. And the stuff he learned along the way, the years he's been doing it, he's got what it takes. And that whatever problems come around, we'll be able to figure them out, and we'll be able to tackle them because we can fix that.
Amen.
And one last question. What do you hope people will take? What kind of inspiration do you hope people will take from this journey you're about to embark upon?
Well, that when things are hard and when things are scary and you feel like you're at your bottom, if you pray on it and you just keep praying, eventually there will be a path laid before you, and you might not recognize it right away, but when it happens and when you can acknowledge it, and you start to follow that path, you will find yourself provided for. You only need, the clothes on your back, a food in your belly, and a roof over your head. And sometimes one of those things is hard to attain. But if you keep praying, you ask for help when you need it. I hope that in the future that's something that people can rely on to get them through the hard times in their life. And I know how blessed I am to have the family that I have today. I haven't always appreciated everything that they've been able to give me through the years or do for me, or the love that they've been able to share. And in the last several years, I've decided that there's no way I'm ever turning my back on that again, because I am so lucky to have all of these people in my life today.
We got work to do. Keep watching.
Is that okay?
It's perfectly fine.
I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. We will get this.
I'll get it.
So it's 8 in the morning and 40 degrees.
We got here when it was 35.
And
Yep,
it's
I pulled in at 7 a.m.
And when you get moving, you don't even notice that it's chilly. You just do it.
Wow.
I got hot. Pulling out the carpet.
Oh,
So we've got the mainframe blocked up. Obviously this sturdy enough we could stand and bounce around in here, but today one of the things we're going to finish is getting this on blocks the rest of the way on the mainframe so that the whole home is supported. But while we have the army here, we're getting the demolition out of the way. Plenty of things to go into the trash and into the dump. And our local dump is only open on the weekends, so we're trying to take the most advantage of that, because tomorrow we can haul a full trailer load to the dump. It doesn't matter what direction you look right now, this place is just work everywhere, like a madhouse.
Yeah, I'm noticing that too, man.
What?
I'm noticing that too. Who are you talking to?
The world. The world.
thank you, Gage.
Yes.
Oh, one wall behind the tires.
We're gonna make a nice looking house.
Watch your eyes. You should have safety glasses.
I know. I've been saying that all day. Sorry, I will buy safety glasses. Okay, there's a wall.
Don't hit one on top of the wall.
Now just move over a little.
Right here?
Oh.
I always wanted to do this! Watch your eyes. Alright, so.
Get back.
Oh, that looks like that needs a hammer.
Oh God.
Do it like a pro.
This is cheaper than therapy!
Amen.
Do you know they actually like have that in the cities? Where people they'll like make walls and they'll have like big
looks like that is a hammer.
that you can just bust up. Get on side there. Yeah. Eat it.
Look at her smiling while she does.
Yeah, she looks like she's loving it.
Look at that one big quit.
Always wanted to do this.
Well, the thing is, I'm used to being told to be careful. I might break something. I don't have to worry about that now.
I'm talking about
I'm made to break stuff. It's yours. I was made for breaking stuff.
That's what I see it.
Okay, look, you need some cleaner?
Oh, look,
We can use that. Does that have no soap? Yeah, we'll actually use that. What is that? What is that? That's stuff on there.
A wire from the fridge for water. Or not a wire, a pipe, it's okay.
What if I go to
You won't reuse it, trust me.
Yeah, just break that out of the way.
soccer in the fall, and then back to winter, and then baseball. in the
Good
spring.
job.
Pretty good.
Yeah, now just rip the floor out.
Now the flooring.
Grandma doesn't want to
Yeah.
What?
Making a mess that you guys are good.
Oh, sorry.
You're fine.
Nine. You're all looking at the set, making it real.
My sister trying to get rid of it. Oh, I see sunlight.
You're getting big and strong.
Coming out. Coming.
It's moments like this that remind us why we're doing it. Family, community, and giving this home and Betty a real chance to start over. At this point, we've got the home on blocks and the ground cleared. Next time, we'll be inside and outside and start to see what we're really up against. Floors, walls, roof, and who knows what else. This was just day one of a long journey, and we can't wait to see where it leads. This isn't just a renovation. It's a family coming together to turn a forgotten home into someone's first real place to belong. And as you follow along this journey with us, we want you to remember to tell yourself, I can fix that.